Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of J-Spray. Today, we're taking a look at the Sata JetX failure fixes. Did Sata actually fix the problems? Yes, mostly. Stick around and I'll break everything down in this video. Alright guys, this footage was taken about 3 months ago, right after I received my Sata JetX guns back from Sata Repair. At that time, Sata told me the guns were repaired using updated parts. In this video, I'll explain whether the guns are now working properly and if the issues were truly fixed. In my last video, I talked about a major issue with the digital dock QAC. The internal parts would fall out of the QAC, causing air to leak out of the back of the gun. I can now confirm that this issue has been fixed. I've had zero problems with the QAC since the repair, and I've used this gun heavily over the past few months. Another issue Sata addressed was the trigger lock problem, which they said was caused by a faulty air piston seal. As you can see here, the seal has been slightly redesigned. I can confirm that this issue has also been fixed. Everything is working properly now. The arrows in this picture show the three main failure points on the JetX. First, the air piston seal. Second, the QAC. And third, the air adjustment knob. The last issue I want to talk about is the air adjustment knob. Over time, this knob would tighten up and become stiff due to solvent sensitivity. When I first got the guns back from repair, the knob was very easy to turn and it appeared to be fixed. So I decided to remove the air adjustment knob to see exactly how Sata repaired it. As you can see, the fix is simply a liberal amount of Sata grease. I was informed by Sata that the O-rings are the same as before and there are no updated parts for this area. Because of this, the user is expected to periodically remove the knob and re-grease it. I can confirm this is really just a band-aid fix. After a few uses, the knob tightens back up again, so this issue has not truly been fixed. So at this point, you should have a clear understanding of what problems the JetX had, and what's been fixed, and what hasn't. Now putting all that aside, let's get into the booth. Despite all these issues, the Sata JetX base coat gun is honestly one of the best base coat guns I've ever used. The spray pattern is phenomenal and it lays metallics extremely evenly. I've tested it extensively over the last 3 months and it makes difficult colors very easy to spray. Here I am spraying a black metallic and the JetX handles it with ease. I've also tested much more difficult colors and it has proven itself with everything I've thrown at it. That said, I do have a couple annoyances with this gun. The digital gauge is very sensitive to solvent. According to Sata, you're supposed to clean with naked gun cleaner instead of normal thinners. Also, the air adjustment knob at the bottom of the gun is extremely frustrating to turn. I usually have to grip it with my entire hand just to adjust pressure. Purely in terms of spray performance, I'd say only the DeVilbiss DV1 can really rival this gun for base coat. And as good as the JetX is for base coat, I'm not a big fan of it for clear coat. I have the RP 1.3i setup and I find it extremely slow compared to the 1.3i setup on my Sata 5500. I'll take the 5500 RP any day for clear. That said, for base coat, I actually prefer the Sata JetX 1.30 HVLP over the Sata 5500 1.30 HVLP. I'm not saying the JetX RP is a bad gun. I really gave it a fair chance. But personally, I can get better finishes with other guns like the Sata 5500, the Iwata WS400 Series 1 or 2, the Walcom Carbonio, or the Segola 4600, the DV1. and actually the Porpoise 717 and 817. If you look at the finish here, it's really nice. The gun makes the job easy and effortless. It's even and glossy. Everything turned out great. You'll need to weigh the pros and cons to decide if this gun is right for you. At this point, I can say that I do recommend the Sata Jet X, especially as a base coat gun. It still has some annoyances, but the way it sprays makes up for it, at least for me. This is J Spray Automotive Painting, reminding you to spray it the right way. J Spray.